Alternative energy systems in Puerto Rico: solar, wind, coal, and natural gas. Electricity prices in Puerto Rico are going up 8% by late July or early August 2016, but that's just the beginning. By early 2017, rates are expected to jump 26% if the island's electric authority, known as PREPA, gets its way. That graphic shows us the Puerto Rico energy cost trend until 2013. As we can see, the pattern shows us a cost increase that has not stopped in 2016. The electricity consumption has caused the need to reduce the electricity prices. The petroleum used to generate electrical energy has caused that the government and communities consider other sources as solar, wind, coal, use of carbon, and natural gas to produce energy. Other problem is the environmental contaminant. About 40% of Puerto Rico's electricity generating capacity is now fired with residual fuel oil and 31% with diesel fuel. To reduce both costs of and emissions from petroleum fuels, PREPA Electric Utility is considering substituting propane or natural gas at several generating plants. Puerto Rico needs to improve the energy production systems to enhance a better quality of life by eliminating the use of contaminants derivatives by petroleum. This presentation outlined the use of solar, wind, coal, and natural gas energy systems as an alternative to improve and change the petroleum dependence as principal source of electrical energy production. The energy costs and the quality of life in Puerto Rico can be improved by replacing and eliminating the electrical energy systems dependent of petroleum with alternative energy system sources. The proposal aims to increase the use of alternative energy systems to lower the electrical energy prices and eliminate the petroleum use because it's not cost effective for the economy in Puerto Rico and is an environmental contaminant. The graphic shows us the historical oil price increase since 2000. The pattern is the same now in 2016, and the forecast indicates that it's not going to stop. Since 1920, the production of electrical energy in Puerto Rico has depended on the petroleum purchase and is supplied by one government agency, PREPA, Puerto Rico Energy Power Authority. About 4/5 of the energy used in Puerto Rico comes from petroleum. All petroleum products consumed in Puerto Rico are imported, shipped in principally through the ports of San Juan, Guayanilla, Fajardo, Ponce, and Yabucoa. In the image, we can see one of the PREPA electricity energy production plants. The energy plants are located in the coastal zones to use the seawater to cool down the boilers. The transportation and electric power sectors are the island's largest petroleum consumers. Until recently, Puerto Rico obtained 2/3 of its electricity from petroleum, generated mainly at 6 PREPA stations with steam turbines, combustion turbines, and/or combined cycle technology. The other 1/3 of PREPA's power supply was almost evenly divided between natural gas and coal generation, carbon, provided by 2 independent power producers. In 2015, at least 21% of the electricity came from petroleum. The graphic shows us the electrical energy consumption by sector and the energy systems generation mix. The graphic confirmed the use of petroleum as principal source of energy production system in Puerto Rico. For the electrical energy production, there are two alternatives that use renewable energy sources, solar and wind energy systems. Renewable means that the source of energy is renewed by natural process. In 2015, only 2% of electricity came from renewable energy. The first renewable energy system is the solar photovoltaic systems. The image shows us a photovoltaic device to generate electricity directly from sunlight through an electronic process that occurs naturally in certain types of materials, called semiconductors, that are the devices used in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico received an average of 5.3 hours of direct sun per day without obstruction. Comparing Puerto Rico with other countries around the world, our location is one of the best for the solar energy production. The image on the right shows us the direct solar radiation annual. As we can see, Puerto Rico is one of the countries that receive the largest amount of solar radiation per day. In July 2012 to April 2015, distributed solar photovoltaic generating capacity in Puerto Rico increased by a factor of 9. That means that the use of solar systems to produce energy is increasing, but remains less than 1%. The second energy system focuses on the use of wind to produce energy. With high energy costs and a need for diversified electricity sources, Puerto Rico has started to invest in wind energy. Puerto Rico contains two large-scale wind farms and small-scale single turbines along the coast. Finca de Viento Santa Isabel, Puerto Rico's first and currently largest wind farm, began operation in late 2012. Punta de Lima Wind Farm began operation in April 2013. Both wind farms are successful and provide electricity for the island, but the production is less than 2%. The image below shows us Finca de Viento Santa Isabel, Puerto Rico. The map on the right shows us the Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands wind resource map. In the map, we can see that the wind farm's location is the best according to the wind power classification around Puerto Rico. Another sources to produce electrical energy are the coal and natural gas systems. In 2015, the 16% of electricity came from coal. Carbon. The coal is a natural source but is not a renewable one. In Puerto Rico, the carbon used to the energy production is totally imported, and there is one electricity generating plant in Guayama. The plant uses circulating fluidized bed combustion and began operation in 2002. Ash from coal combustion is recycled on-site into a partially solidified aggregate that is used in asphalt and concrete for road construction and other applications. The map on the right shows us the coal production by region in the USA. Part of the production is exported to Puerto Rico. Finally, Puerto Rico produces electrical energy by using natural gas. In 2015, the 31% of electricity came from natural gas. Puerto Rico does not produce natural gas. The gas is imported to a facility in Guayanilla Bay. Natural gas occurs deep beneath the Earth's surface. Also contains small amounts of hydrocarbon liquids and non-hydrocarbon gases. In Puerto Rico, is used only as a fuel. PREPA is planning to add more natural gas generation capability to lower fuel costs and meet federal emissions standards. PREPA is also considering the feasibility of transporting natural gas from the Aguirre terminal to its north cost-generating plants or build a second regasification and storage terminal on the north coast. The diagram shows us the planned PREPA's natural gas transmission system for 2017. To eliminate and improve our electrical energy systems production and the quality of life, the solution is to reduce until eliminate the petroleum dependence with alternative energy systems. The options lie in the available alternative to produce electricity. To enhance this solution, I recommend eliminate the petroleum dependence with alternative energy systems. As I discussed in the presentation, using solar, wind, coal, and natural gas production sources. Improve PREPA's systems. That means the investment and the construction of wind farms and the reconstructions of the actual systems to reduce the petroleum emissions. Invest in solar energy systems to distribute energy. The investment in the construction of solar photovoltaic systems like solar plants. Develop a government entity to help the Puerto Rican communities to increase the use of renewable energy sources. The recommendations aims to achieve that the communities and the government work together to make possible the change of the actual energy systems by creating awareness about the benefits and advantages of eliminating the petroleum use. These are long-term recommendations, so the benefits are not going to be able fast, and there are obstacles as the monopoly of PREPA agency that do not permit the people to have their own energy systems. Also, the investment in the alternative energy systems is higher to the economy in Puerto Rico. That problems delay the recommendations, but are not an impossible ones. We must wait and make our voice heard.